funny thing is, I'm looking for positives and positive ways to be better the next game, and really, the only thing I can say is our goal scorers need to score, our defense needs to be defensive, and our freaking goalie needs to make saves. So basically, just play hockey and you're good. I don't even know where to begin. I knew I was going to be very busy this week, and I knew I wouldn't be able to make a video until today, and I was hoping, stupidly, that I would have something good to talk about waiting until the second game was done. And clearly that did not happen. I have nothing good to talk about. Well, I have some good, okay? We'll get to that. Now, I'm not going to do what I've done in the past, which is do a kind of review or recap of the game where I go through each period, each goal, and kind of review it. Today I'm going to do something different. It's going to be a bit broader because I have 2 games to cover, and I don't really want to talk about specifics because we were bad. We were really bad these past 2 games. I will talk about, I guess, highlights or lowlights of the past 2 games. So let's start with the first game, Leafs versus Bruins, obviously. 5-1, the Leafs lost. I didn't want to watch that game any more than they clearly wanted to play that game because I don't know, they didn't make an appearance the entire game except for that one goal by Hyman, which was amazing. Man, that guy is the best. But after that, not one of us could score. Are you kidding me? Austin Matthews scored 4 goals on the first game of his freaking NHL career, and of all the guys on our team, they couldn't manage to get 4 goals. These past 2 games, it's hard to describe how bad the Leafs looked. It was like we forgot how to play hockey. Like, for real, last night when I was watching the game and the Leafs were taking too many men penalties, for both of these games they had too many men on the ice penalty, and I was like, what are you doing? You literally played the entire year. I don't even know, they probably got 1 or 2, but they didn't get many of those penalties throughout the entire year. And now the playoffs, they have 2 back-to-back. What? They're literally forgetting how to play hockey. 2 centers jump off at the same time. What are you doing? They're taking penalties that not only do they not need, but they're taking penalties that are like, if you're just paying an ounce of attention, you won't get. And then as if it weren't enough that we were taking these penalties that we never take, with I don't know if it was like 6 or 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd period. We're already done. We're lost, okay? We've lost. Kadri, okay. To be fair, Wingles had a horrible hit on Marner, and him, I can't remember what the other guy, they double-teamed him, smashed him into the boards, elbowed him in the face, okay? Let me set the scene. So then Kadri comes in and hits Wingles, and yes, he gets a game misconduct, I'm pretty sure like a 5-minute major, and he gets a friggin' 3-game suspension. Okay, so let's talk about the play first of all, and then the suspension, because I know all of you guys have something to say on the suspension. So on that play, the reason why I see people defending Kadri is because that was a dirty, cheap hit on Marner. And obviously 2 wrongs don't make a right, but if they had blown that play dead and given him a penalty, Kadri would not have been able to come in and hit him. That's where this kind of 2 wrongs thing comes in, because if they'd blown that dead, this second wrong wouldn't have happened. Side note, how horrible has this refereeing been? Like, seriously, why do you just stop? Why do you put the whistle away in the playoffs? I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. Why do you all year play a certain way, and then as soon as the playoffs come, say, oh, no, you know what, it's better hockey to just let everyone just hash it out. It's not better hockey because people get irritated and stupid things like this happen. The other team gets frustrated. So this game had very high emotions, obviously. Boston is known for getting under people's skin, Brad Marchand especially. And that's another highlight, or I guess low light I would like to talk about, is Brad Marchand licking Leo Komarov's neck. What is that? Okay, okay. If you're not going to referee, you're not going to call slashes, you're not going to call stuff like that. Okay, fine, it's the playoffs, we get it, you're not going to do that. But a man licking another man's neck in front of you, and you're not going to call that? I know there's no specific penalty for licking some guy's neck or kissing him, but seriously, in real life, that's sexual assault. In real life, you can charge him in real life. In a game of hockey, that should at least be unsportsmanlike conduct. But once again, the Bruins are getting away with whatever they want. Okay, so back to the suspension. So Kadri hit that guy. It was not a good hit. When I first saw it, I thought maybe he missed him and didn't have time to stop when he was coming in full speed, but I think he did after I watched it again and again. So I'm okay with him getting suspended. It was not a good hit, but I thought, I knew it would be more than one because the Drew Doughty hit, I don't even know if that should have been a suspension. I guess they have to make an example of him because it was near the head, but I thought it was shoulder to shoulder. So because Doughty got 1 game for that, I assumed maybe he'd be getting 2 games for this. But alas, Kadri got 3 games. So Kadri, one of our best shutdown players, has a 3-game suspension. He didn't play in the 2nd game, he won't play in the 3rd game, and he won't play in the 4th game. He will play in the 5th game, assuming there is one, but the way we're playing is making it seem like there won't be. Is this a big hit to Toronto? Absolutely, it's insane. And then in game 2, Leo Komarov twists his knee weird, and now he's out of the game with a lower body injury, and I guess we will see tomorrow if he actually ends up playing. A lot of it points to no, so then we're going to be talking about bringing in guys like Martin and Levo, and oh my god, it's already not good. So in game 2, the Bruins won 7-3. And I read this thing online that said that the Leafs haven't, in all 82 games of this season, the Leafs have not lost by 4 goals. This is what I'm saying. They're forgetting how to play the game that they play so well. Boston is not that much better than us. It's not like we're the last wildcard spot and they're first in the league. It's not right what's happening right now. So the Leafs are already 2 games down in the series, and hopefully on Monday our home crowd will be able to get them going. I read an article in the newspaper, I know, who reads the newspaper, where they compared the Leafs to a bunch of accountants walking into a biker bar during a brawl. And that is exactly what it looks like when they're playing the Bruins. They are so out of place, it feels like, and they look like preschoolers. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless. It must be so frustrating for the Leafs because just watching, I'm having a hard time. I'm yelling at the TV. I'm going, that's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. No calls, no calls, no calls. Okay, for instance, last night, game 2, Marner was rushing the net. He had almost a breakaway. There was 2 Boston guys just beside him trying to hold him back, grabbing him like this, holding him back. That wasn't a penalty, okay? The penalty came afterwards. It was either slash or a hook on Hyman. What do you do? You saw the whole thing. You obviously saw the whole thing. It was just like a freaking battle to get to the net. And you're not going to call that a penalty? Then what is a penalty then? If that's not interference, what is a penalty? The referees try so hard not to give power plays in Toronto's favor because they don't want to seem, oh, I'm so biased or whatever. But they're doing the exact opposite, so it is biased against the Leafs. Okay, so I haven't even talked about the goaltending yet. So Frederik Andersen was in for the first game and for, I guess, like not even a full period in the 2nd game. So for the playoffs, they have a little shot clock, I guess, up there that tells you how many shots each team has. And the minute I saw the goal go in when Boston that was their one shot, I knew it was going to be a bad game. It's like watching a car accident. This is what I said. It's like a car accident on the highway. It causes more accidents because you want to look away, but you can't. And I knew this game was going to be like that. So Frederik Andersen gave up 3 goals on 5 shots. And no, I don't blame Andersen. Andersen has been, he's always amazing. It's our friggin' goddamn defense. And I've had very low confidence in our defense through the entire year, from the beginning all the way through. But none less than I have right now. Zaitsev is trash right now. Riley, what is happening with Riley's pairing? Oh my god. Like, Dermott's better than Riley right now. And Dermott doesn't even play in the NHL full time. Jake Gardiner just... You already know I don't like Jake Gardiner, but, you know, the playoffs always has a way to show your strengths and your weaknesses, and our entire defense is our weakness. Do I agree with pulling Andersen after those 3 goals? Yes and no. Okay, you're gonna pull him because you don't want him to be absolutely embarrassed and feel horrible for the next game, because 3 goals and 5 shots, you already know it's gonna be a bad night. You might as well stop while you're ahead. So then they put McElhinney in, and he was in for 4 goals, and it was like there was no... Man, like, I can't even think of the words, man. It's just so bad. Oh, and of course, I haven't even talked about the hat trick scored by Pasternak of the Bruins. A hat trick in the playoffs. That's something to be proud of. But for fuck's sake, did it have to be on us? When you have bad defense versus amazing offense, you get goals like this guy had, which is he had literally seconds in front of the net by himself to do what he wanted with the puck, and we could do nothing about it. In each of his goals, he had time to put forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Oh, you know what? Do I want to go top shelf or do I want to go between the legs? Oh, I don't know. I'll decide. Oh, no one's on me. Okay, I'll go here. And some of his goals weren't even easy to get. There was one goal where the puck was bouncing and he tamed it. Like, you just friggin', oh my god. Like, we were already doing bad. We didn't need to go and give him a hat trick. I don't know what to say. And you know what? I'm actually starting to think that Zaitsev makes Gardiner worse. I mean, when you have someone playing as bad as he is right now, it's almost impossible to make your partner look good. And don't even get me started on the Leafs power play right now. I don't know what happened to us. We were so good literally 3 games ago, and I don't know what happened to us. Okay, yes, the Leafs definitely did better in the 2nd game than they did in the 1st by so much, which is sad because by so much, we still lost by 4 goals. And it's not like there's one guy not playing good. It's not like there's two guys playing good. Our team literally cannot get going. Like, we have guys scoring, with the exception of, like, James Van Riemsdyk. We have guys scoring that don't score often. I really didn't know what I wanted to talk about today until I sat down to film this, and it's taken a very negative turn, I think. Let me see if I can find some positives. I'm gonna be here a while thinking about this. Okay, so let's think of something simple to remedy the situation. Obviously, the Leafs need to be better, way better in Game 3. We need to win, and we need to win the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So, how do we do that is the question. Now, a lot of people think that they will be better in Game 3 because they have to be. I don't think you could get much worse than they've been showing us lately. Okay, so I think I have a few ideas here. So, first up is, in both of the games, we've had chances to get a goal, but they've gone, like, this far off the net. We need to get those on the net, not beside the net, okay? And while we're at it, we can work on working down the middle a little bit more, I think. I don't know what the Leafs have been doing, but I feel like they're just playing a game. Okay, let's go around the edges and then go behind the net and out. Let's just keep on doing that. I feel like they were never, no shot attempts were made from the middle is what I felt like. I know there were a few, but like, goddamn, like somebody shoot it from the point or get in the middle and try to actually aim it at the neck. Aim it at the neck. Yeah, that's a great idea. No, aim it at the net. I feel like every pass that they make in the offensive zone is, here's the net. Pass, pass, pass. Oh, pass, 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 pass. Get it at the freaking net, please. You're not gonna score if you don't shoot at the net once, except for maybe sometimes you're gonna get deflections. Yeah, okay, I get it. There were a lot of chances that we missed as well. Gardner shot it across, and JVR was like a foot. If he was a foot over, he would have got it, but he didn't. We need to friggin' come together and just get those. Another thing that we can work on, which I don't even know if you can fix now. It's so late in the season. I don't know if you could, one practice is gonna fix this, but please start playing like you freaking have some defense. I know that this season people have gotten used to Frederik Andersen bailing the Leafs out and making these incredible saves, and so now there's that standard in the playoffs that, oh, don't worry, bad defense, don't worry, Frederik Andersen has it. Listen, okay? Every single game is not gonna be the best game of his life. Just like the Leafs are having an off night on Game 1 and Game 2 where they can't get any offense going, they can't get their defense going, Frederik Andersen might be having a problem with that. So yeah, maybe he's not making the best, most, stand on his head, freaking player of the game saves. You need to be better in front of him then. I think Andersen will be in for Game 3, but you're just gonna get the same result if you play the same horrible way. The funny thing is, I'm looking for positives and positive ways to be better the next game, and really, the only thing I can say is our goal scorers need to score, our defense needs to be defensive, and our freaking goalie needs to make saves. So basically just play hockey and you're good. So what are we gonna have in Game 3? We're gonna have no Kadri, no Komarov, basically non-existent defense. We might have Matt Martin or Josh Leivo come in to replace, the guys who are out. And that makes me think, oh God, we are really done, because Matt Martin is a slow motherfucker, I'll be honest. Everyone's talking about how he's gonna be this physical guy and he's gonna show Boston. This one guy is gonna show Boston, oh, we're tough, we're tough. No, he hasn't played in forever. He's slow as fuck. And you think he's gonna come in here in a playoff game? He was scratched during regular season games. He's gonna come in during the playoffs and be this freaking saint, this guy that we've been waiting for. So I don't know really what else to say. All you can say is, can you just start actually playing like you care or give a damn? Hopefully they will in Game 3 at home, but that will be seen, I guess, tomorrow night. Oh. I know you have to be physical when you're playing Boston and you expect to win. And I said that before we came into this series. It's going to be physical. It's going to be hard. Oh, yeah. And another thing the Leafs haven't been doing is finishing their checks. It's like, should we not have been trying to play more physical when we kind of thought we might be playing Boston in the playoffs, Boston or Tampa Bay? Looking like it'd be Boston. Wouldn't you start saying to your team, hey, let's try and finish our checks. Let's try and play a little bit more of a physical game, because we're gonna need to be prepared when we play Boston. Wouldn't you think that he would say that? No, what we're doing right now, we're playing so passively, like we're expecting the refs to just hand us power plays. Like, oh, he hit me really hard. You need to play. This is the same thing that happened last year. We were so bombarded by last year's, we didn't understand how to play, I don't want to call it playing dirty, but how to play playoff hockey, which is that there are no whistles for things that usually get called. And And I don't know if that physical presence is something that you need to develop with older players who have been in the league longer, who have physically more muscle on them from being in the league longer. But just looking at our team, looking at Marner, my God, they just look so small and just like bouncing off the walls when they hit them. I don't know. Now, do I think the Leafs are going to get swept in this series? No. It might be 5 games and that's it, but no, I don't think they'll get swept. I think that they will win on Monday by barely anything, and I think the only reason that would be is because, you know, they're fed up a little bit with the losing by 4 goals so much, and the atmosphere will hopefully get them going just a bit. But if they can win more than 1, I would be surprised, just based off the way they've been playing in these past 2 games. And there is not much else to say about them. I seriously don't know what to say. Let me know what you guys think. You'll probably give me an idea of what you thought about Kadri's suspension, and I am open to that. Please tell me what you think. A lot of people are saying that yes, he deserves 3, and I've read a bunch of things on people saying that he didn't deserve any. So I'd like to hear what you think about that. I would have been okay with 2. I get why he got 3 though, and that's okay. But goddamn, it's just so hard to come back from that. And I guess I will leave you guys with no more hope than you started this video with. I'm gonna leave you guys a scene from The Love Guru, which I constantly reference. I'll pin it down below. Just of when in that movie they have the Leafs in the playoffs, and they have this one scene where one of their players gets suspended, and this guy goes on the thing. I'm like, he can't play in the first game or the second game. He will be able to stay at home and pretend he's playing. And I think that's very relevant right now. So check that out, and I will see you guys. I guess I will do another video after 2 games if I have some time. I really wanted to do game reviews after this, but I did not realize how busy I would be, and oh my God, it's hard to motivate yourself when it's a really bad game and you're like, oh, do I really want to relive that and talk about that in the morning? Wake up super early so I can talk about how bad the Leafs are before I have to work. I don't know. So it's Saturday. I did a combined video of game 1 and game 2, and I will do probably a combined video of game 3 and game 4, which could be the last game. Hope not, but could be. With the way they're playing now, you don't know. Nothing is guaranteed. So I will see you guys soon, and please, oh my God, Leafs, please do something.